Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot. I've just thought I'll drop in and do some full moon readings. I know it's bank holiday, but I have got work to do, so I thought I'll do this before the rest of the monthlies. So just to see if anybody's about, have a quick catch up. It's been a couple of weeks since I've done a live like this. Now, I've decided to work outside because it's so beautiful, but the problem is I can't really see the screen, so I don't know, am I squinting? I can't go back inside if this isn't good for people. So I'll just wait and let a few come in the room. So how are you doing? Is anybody starting to feel the moon's energies yet? Because they've been quite powerful, and there's been a lot coming through as well. So if anybody's there, can you let me know that you're there? Just, I know it always takes a while when you first go on. Yeah, I can see there's people in the room. Please speak to me. Mm-hmm. Yay, Esther. Hi, Esther. How are you? Happy Monday. It seems strange. It doesn't feel like a Monday today. I don't know if it's because I've had a long weekend or what. Hi, Sheila. So yeah, I want to do some readings about this full moon tomorrow as well. Hi, Magic. You're always there, aren't you, Magic? Yeah, so like I say, I want to do some full readings about this, but I thought I'd just have a little catch up. There's, like I say, I've been experiencing a lot of technical difficulties over here, so I really appreciate you bearing with me. But I can see you, but no picture. Is there no picture on? Is there not? Can anybody else see me or not? It should be on the picture. I mean, hi, Magic. You like these lives? I do as well. Magic, can you see me as well? You can see me, Sheila. Yes, so it must be yours, Janet. Sorry about that, Janet, because there's other people can see me as well. Like I say, I never know when I'm on this side. I can't see me. Maybe you're tapping into me there, Janet. Right, okay. So yeah, there's been a lot of technical difficulties going on, and it's like it's just testing, but I am trying to do what I can. But is there anything that anybody else would like to see me do, or like to see me do less of as well than what I already do? Because it's hard. You don't know what people want, and I get that many mixed messages from people. Some people like me doing these lives, some don't. Some don't want to hear me talk, they just want to hear me read, and all of that. A lot of people say that they would like to see the cards when I'm reading, and the reason I don't do that is because I read intuitively. So I'm getting, once I start a card reading, as any of you know when you watch my monthlies or my weeklies, is I start getting images and information straight away. So if I start showing each card in unison, that actually stops my flow, so that is why I just carry on and say it. I do read from the cards, and I do read messages as well. So like I say, I do read intuitively. It's not just tarot reading. Some people like that, some people don't. Some people will then tell me that the cards don't mean what I'm saying they mean, but when I'm doing the reading, they do. It's really, really strange. Like I say, yeah, you miss the weeklies. I do too. I do miss doing them. The thing is, the amount of time that I was spending on doing videos, and I was pre-recording them and then having to upload them. Over here, the internet is not that good. It's not that strong. So trying to upload 12 videos was taking a lot of time, Magic. And also taking a lot of my time. I mean, it takes me round about 15 hours to do the 12 star signs. Okay, that is a lot of energy, and it's a lot of time. And if I'm doing that for the weekly, so if I'm doing that every week on top of my work, because my workload has got more as well, it's kind of, I didn't want to suffer burnout, and it was kind of going down that route, so they will be back, or I'm thinking about maybe doing a weekly reading on a Monday, where it's sort of, not for all of the star signs, but like a general weekly reading for a Monday, and see how that goes. The same with the dailies as well. I mean, I worked out I was spending something like I think it was nearly 40 hours a week doing videos, and then I was having my work week on top of that, you know. And it was already well and good when I was living in the UK and I didn't have a lot of things to do, but I'm over on the island and this is an experience for me as well, you know, and I don't want to spend the whole time on the island stuck behind a computer screen, you know. So it's, you know, I have had to think long and hard about it, and you know, I'm getting this experience and I want to enjoy it. I keep telling you to go out and live the life of your dreams, you know, and I've got it here. So you know, I do want to try and make as much of that as possible. So I hope that makes sense to some of you. You would love to see the part of Ibiza that you are staying. Do you have any recommendations? Right, okay, Janet, I'm staying in the northeast, just outside of a place called San Carlos. I was living in San Carlos, but now I've moved and I'm just on the outskirts of it. Ibiza is a very small island. It is. It's almost, I was talking to somebody the other day and they were saying it's just like living in a village, you know. I think the population is about 80,000 when the tourists aren't here. And, you know, I think last year there was 7.1 million tourists came through the island. So it gets overcrowded. And I'm feeling the difference in the energy. I came here in November. So I was here over the winter months. And now the energy is, you can see it. It's starting to get a little bit more electric, and I'm kind of right. Okay, do I like this as much? You know, so it's taken some adjusting to. But yeah, it's up in the northeast. It's beautiful. There's a lot of countryside. I mean, there's the sea. There's beaches all around Ibiza. It's an island, you know, and you can pretty much drive from one end of the island to the other in 50 minutes, you know. So but there's a place, Sana, and that is where all of the clubbers go and everything like that. I don't like it there. I don't like the energy there. But where I am, it's absolutely beautiful. So I may try and, like I say, the signal's not that good. When I'm out and about, I might actually stop and do some little lives at the little locals, the places that I go to and things like that, just so that you can see them and see some of the beaches. And I get scared because I don't want people to think I'm rubbing it in, you know, but it's just, it is. It's such a beautiful, beautiful place. Looking lovely, Tanya. You look more chilled. I am so much more chilled here. It's a very, I will get on with the readings in a second, but it's a very, very strange island. It's very magical. Okay. I've been to quite a lot of places in my life, a lot of spiritual places and stuff, but never known anywhere like this place. It's almost like you've got the light and the dark, you know, you've got them in unison. And when you have your highs are amazing, you know. I mean, they're literally, sometimes I keep thinking I'm in the Twilight Zone or some David Lynch movie or something like that, because it's almost like, is this real? You know, the Truman Show is the one me and my friends say a lot, you know. It's like, God, well, it's like we're in the Truman Show here. Everybody's just watching us. But then when you have the lows, the lows are just as, well, there was a low, you know. This came through the other day. I'm always a little too high or a little too low. I thought that was funny. But yeah, it's this island shows you a lot about yourself. It's meant to be the birthplace of the goddess Tanit, who, you know, is a very motherly energy. It has a very female energy, this island, but it's almost like, you know how sometimes your mom's like, I'm doing this for you, you'll thank me in the end, even though it's painful at the time. This is what happens on the island a lot, you know. So it really, really makes you dig deep. It makes you look into the dark corners, you know, that you've brushed aside, and it makes you face yourself a lot, you know, which is massively beneficial, even though it can be painful and uncomfortable and make you squirm, you know. So yeah, it's like I say, it's come to Ibiza at your peril, but you will love it. I absolutely love the place. I adore it. I feel more at home here than I do in the UK. It was very hard going back to the UK the other week. It really took some adjusting to. So, right, okay, I've waffled on and waffled on. I'm going to get on about the full moon if nobody else has anything else to ask me. Anything, then I'm here to answer as well. So yeah, Janet, sorry about that. Depending on where you want to go, Santa Gloria is a town just not far from me, which has quite a lot of stuff. It's not party town. It's got beautiful beaches, a beautiful port as well, a lot of shops, nice, you know. It's a nice place. Hi, Jacqueline. But yeah, I prefer the north. I prefer the north of it, the northeast, but that's where I'm from. You've inspired me to visit. I live on the coast in Devon, but I'm finding more. Devon's beautiful as well. I used to go down there, and Devon is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, it's not far from the UK. Ibiza. It's about 2.5 hours, I think. 2.5 hours flight, so it's not bad at all, you know. So right, okay, this full moon tomorrow. I'm just gonna get a drink. This full moon tomorrow. It's in Sagittarius, and there's been a lot coming through about this as well. Empress Tarot, is that Jane? Hi, Jane, if it is. Hi, Laurie. Hi, Abelicia. Hi, everybody's coming in. Is it Ibiza? Yes, it is Ibiza, Madison. Yeah, so this Sagittarius moon tomorrow, I was tuning in saying, what is that? I'm not an astrologer, you know, I'm not. I just pick up on the energy. What I was getting sort of to show us our truth, okay? There's a lot about truth coming in and a lot about keeping our heart open. Now, this is bizarre because when I've done the readings yesterday, I've done some of the monthlies yesterday, and the Virgo one was all about keeping your heart open. And I feel that is what's coming through with this moon, you know, at the moment. What I got in my head, and I can't remember what the song was. It's an old Smiths song, and I should know that because the Smiths were like, you know, my gods when I was young. But it takes strength to be gentle and kind, and this is what I feel we are all needing at the moment. There's a lot going on in the world, okay? And I seen a video this morning about children bullying, and they were such young children, and the mother was even there, and it really, really upset me. And there is still stuff like that going on. I know we try to surround ourselves with a lovely community and like-minded people, but you know, I do feel a lot of the times we are in the minority, you know. There's a lot of people walking around asleep, you know, and they very, very of the self. And I really feel this moon is here to highlight how when we are living in our truth, you know, we give people permission to do the same as well, you know. And even if it's hard for us to live in our truth, if we're not, we are not being ourselves and we are not being authentic. And this is what we actually need to do. You know, we need to step into our authenticity, because anything else just isn't us, you know. So we're putting on a false facade sort of thing to the world. So it's almost like this Sagittarius moon, I feel, is there's a lot of ideas, a lot of thinking going on, you know, but I'm really getting a grounding here, and it is safe to be you. This is what I feel is coming up. So I hope that makes sense. And also speak your truth as well, you know, and speak with integrity. I mean, integrity means to be honest, and it means to have, you know, like good morals as well, you know. And that's it, you know. Just because other people, you know, do things in a different way. I've mentioned about this island being very strange, and I've noticed a lot on this island. It puts a lot of people in survival mode. It's quite expensive to live here. There's few housing, there's few jobs and things like that. So everybody, it's sort of like a little bit dog eat dog at times as well, which actually doesn't bring out the best in people. So it's almost like, I feel with this, it's about, right, okay, we need to, you know, we need to remember that the other person is us, you know. The Yogi Bhajan said that, you know, put ourselves in the other person's shoes, see if our actions are affecting somebody else negatively or positively or what, you know, and try to always be kind. You know, this is what I really feel we need to do. There's a big shake-up going on, so I think a few of us will get quite a lot of lessons over this full moon period as well. We've had quite a lot of electrical storms, with a lot of lightning, and a friend from London, oh, there's a card just flew away there, sorry, 2 seconds. A friend from London phoned me yesterday on FaceTime to show me this crazy electrical storm that she was having, and it was absolutely beautiful, but it was silent, you know. And this, I thought that was very symbolic of this. It's almost like you can make your presence felt without shouting, you know, without screaming, you know. It's almost like you know, by keeping your cool, or I'm not saying keeping things to yourself, because that is not the way I mean it, but it's almost like you don't have to be loud to be heard. Often it is the whisper that is heard most, I feel. So I don't know if that makes sense. Um, right, it's rainy and nasty in Florida. Oh, sorry, Empress Tarot. Sorry about that. You know, sometimes the rain's good, though. Sometimes the rain's good. I love the rain. I love getting out in the rain. As soon as the rain comes, my daughter knows I'm going to run out and get in it. So, right, so did that make sense about the moon? That, like I say, I'm not an astrologer, but that is what I'm picking up about it. It's being gentle, it's being kind. They often call it the flower moon as well, you know, and I like that. And it's, what is it that came to mind? I think it's from the Led Zeppelin song, isn't it? And it's, there's a girl out there with love in her eyes and flowers in her hair. And then there was the flowers, if you're going to San Francisco, be sure to wear flowers in your hair. And that was, you know, that was, there was a lot of like-minded people during the hippie era that were going to San Francisco. You know, they wanted the same. You know, everybody was on the same page. It was all about peace and love. You know, and they wanted to find this community, this tribe where they actually connected. You know, because connection is the biggest thing that us humans need, and a lot of times we push it away. You know, because we're either scared of it, we're scared of getting hurt. You know, we're not trusting. You know, or whatever. So we could actually segregate ourselves with that. But like I say, you know, it's kind of put flowers in your head, have that attitude over this full moon, because if you're giving out love, if you're giving out peace, you know, and if you're giving out kindness, you will get that back. Okay, you know, and this is it. People will gravitate towards it because that is the vibration that you're sending out. So that is the vibration that you will get back as well, you know. So that is the little mantra, I think, you know, be gentle and be kind, you know. It takes a strong person to do that, but that's what I think the mantra is for this moon. So, right, I'm going to start with, I'll start with Aries, and because, like I say, it's the first of the astrological, and then I sort of know the order, I get mixed up with them. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pull an Osho card. It's a while since I've used the Osho, and then I'm going to use the Tarot Apocalypsis, and the Tarot Apocalypsis are always quite scary. Oh, somebody is calling me, and, right, okay, I need to turn that off. Sorry about that. That was my daughter trying to call me there. Sorry about that. Oh, thank you, Sandra. I don't know if I'm just waffling all the time, but it's just stuff that comes through gently rather than rushed within a normal reading. Okay, so thank you. I'm pleased that you enjoy them, and I'm pleased that you learned something from them. This is why I miss doing the dailies, because the dailies were there was a lot more time than in the monthlies, you know, and I feel that there was a lot more knowledge came through with the dailies. So, right, Aries, I'm going to pull an Osho card for you, and then I'm going to pull some Tarot Apocalypses and see what this full moon wants you to either release, you know, what wants you to embrace, what you should be doing, you know, what is good for you, right? Okay, Aries. Not a nice card at all. I don't like that card. I really I really don't like that card. This is a card of guilt. Okay, and if we have a look at that person looks in pain. Their head is like, you know, it's all over the place. They're swamped in guilt. Guilt is an emotion. I said this in one of the readings yesterday. I can't remember who it was, but guilt is an emotion that we don't learn from. Nothing. We don't learn anything from. God, my grammar is terrible. Yeah, the Tibetans don't even have a word for guilt. And with guilt, what it does is it eats us up inside, okay? We don't learn from it. We just start to put ourselves in pain, and we, you know, this admits us. We feel that we've done something wrong. We feel worthless. You know, we feel judged. We feel all of these, all negative egoic emotions, okay? And this clouds our thoughts, you know, and keeps us in this state of negative thinking. Now, what the Tibetans use instead of this is it keeps us trapped. Yeah, that's what they're saying there. It keeps us trapped. It keeps you trapped. Right, okay, I got that. What the Tibetans say is that have regret instead, because with regret, what we can do is we can realize that we could have done something differently. Okay, I've been working on this myself this week. maybe I reacted in a different way, you know. Things might have been different, but it's, you know, I done what I did at the time. I was in my truth. But with hindsight, you can look back and you can think, right, okay, maybe I didn't handle that in the best way. Next time I'm presented with the same situation, I will. Or I'll explain myself and say why I reacted in that way, rather than sitting and getting yourself in this absolute head mess. Now, what I like about this card, okay, is the fact that if we see above here, there's a load of cherry blossom, okay, and all she needs to do, or he needs to do, is come out of this crazy, horrible, dark head mess that they're in, you know, where it's scratching, it's clawing. I mean, look at them horrible, like, hands and everything on it. If they rise above this, okay, see the bigger picture. Like I say, if they feel that they need to apologize or something, then do it, you know, an simple explanation, but get yourself out of this head mess, because what this will do is this will actually lead you to more anxiety. And, you know, when we are putting that much stress and mental stress on our bodies, we can actually become physically ill with that. Okay, so like I say, that was that was only one card, but there seems to be a lot in there. Okay, so that one was for Aries, and now I'm going to do some tarot. Oh, whoa, whoa, wow. Wow, what is going on with Aries? We've got the Tower there, just flew out. Right, okay. Right, so... Right, wow, Aries. Sorry about this. These, I mean, you know, I'm pulling these cards live. So like I say, we have this guilt. We have the Tower here as well, okay? And again, this is not a pretty card. The Tower is when everything comes crashing down, okay? It's like everything has come crashing down, things that you believed, you know, thought patterns, whatever. I mean, this is like, you know, it's burning. It's not nice. It's sort of an apocalyptic, you know, an apocalyptic scene here. But what I like about the Tower, okay, right, this, you know, I'm a bit of a masochist, I think. What I like about the Tower, okay, is the Tower is there to say that whatever our belief system or anything was, it was keeping us stuck. We were stuck in an old way of thinking, and we may have been alerted, you know, some of your actions might have, you know, alerted you to something which has caused this guilt. And now this is saying, but you need to forget that, you know. If you need to change the way you were being, then fine, you know, that is great. But the Tower is coming to teach you, okay, that actually things can fall away from you, you know, but you've got to let them fall, because what comes after the Tarot is the Star, which this is healing, renewal, you know. Like I say, if there's guilt around this situation, this is what you need to do, and you need to do it quick, okay, because we have the Eight of Swords there, the Eight of Wands there, and this is about communication, okay. Communication, it's like finishing what you've started, okay, actually communicating. And quickness, swiftness with this as well. There's a big swiftness coming. But it's almost like when I'm looking here, it seems like for some Aries, sorry, this is not the way I wanted to do the reading, but this is obviously the way I'm meant to do them. For some reason, there's a mistrust in here. We've got the Seven of Swords, okay? And they're not pretty cards, these Aries. I'm so sorry about that. So you've got things falling away for you. You've got this need for communication, okay? And then you have a mistrust. There is a mistrust. There is, you know, you could be scared of something. You're doing something that you don't want to be seen. You know, it's almost like, if we have a look at, he's going shh, shh, like that. You know, the little boy, it's like he's hiding something. But that doesn't work. You know, when you say nothing, then, you know, that is a message that actually says a hell of a lot. So what this is saying to you here is, like I said, there is, in order to take this darkness away, you know, which is there, and like I say, this moon, you know, the moon is prominent in there. In order to take this darkness away, there needs to be communication. If we look, that communication looks positive. It's not dark and dreary like those. It's almost like this will bring the light in. This will shed light on a situation, you know, by communicating. We have the Lion there as well, and this is saying you are strong enough to do that. You know, this could be talk and communication. This could be messaging, because we have the bird there, you know. But it's almost like You know, there's something you need to clear the air on, Aries, and I feel this full moon is the time to do it. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. I'm going to pull a spirit card for you, see what spirits say, because I'm so sorry that those messages weren't as positive as I thought they were going to be. So, like I say, this is the thing with doing lives, you know. Right, whoa. Right, okay. So. This is a nice card, okay? This is a nice card, and it says dreaming of you, and it says someone you love will appear to you in your dreams. They reflect a part of you. This is a time for remembrance. This is a time for reflection. This is a time for healing a situation. So that pretty much ties in with those cards. There is something that needs to be done. So really take notice of your dreams around this full moon, okay, tomorrow night. And I always say 4 days before, 4 days after as well. That's how I'm usually massively affected. But like I say, this is good. There's a real embrace in there coming in with that, okay? So I hope that makes sense to some of you Aries. Right, who are we on to now? Okay, so we'll do an Osho for Gemini and see. This is the thing with tarot, you never ever know, you know, never ever know. Right, okay, so Gemini, I like this one. I really like this one. Wow, I'm getting very woozy. Is anybody feeling that? I'm getting like, whoa, what's quite lightheaded there. Right, okay. Oh, there's two fell out there. Sorry again. What the hell is going on here? Right, okay, Gemini. There is something. What is in the air? What is in the air? The Osho card that you have here is inner voice, okay? And this is like the high priestess within normal tarot. This is telling you that the answers that you seek are already within you, okay? You know them. You just need to tap into your intuition. And I feel that the moon tomorrow is actually really going to help you do this, okay? So take notice of any little nagging, like, you know, that little voice in your head, any feelings you get or anything. I really feel some of you should have crystals around you as well, possibly clear quartz, because I think this will actually help you to see something clearly. It will give you clarity, okay? I do feel for a majority of Geminis, this is actually talking about a relationship of some sort, okay? Because I do, and I feel it could be a sort of soulmate thing. Now, soulmates, you know, I it's not that often I read about them, because when I, you know, people get the wrong idea of soulmates. A soulmate relationship is often very painful because it shows us parts of ourselves that we don't want to see. You know, it will break us open, and this is what happens. You felt that as well. You felt woozy and warm, right? Okay, so spirit are affecting us all. Yeah. Whoa. So honestly, this is like my life. Yeah, so a soulmate relationship can often be quite painful because it can highlight things that we don't want to address. It can show us our weaknesses, it can show us our insecurities, and they are often quite painful as well. You know, it's not all like wine and roses, but it's also very beneficial, and I feel this is what some Geminis will be going through, or they will be experiencing over this full moon as well. The reason I'm saying this is because I'm getting the first card I pulled is the Three of Swords. Now, this is a card of heartbreak, okay? Often three parties involved in a situation, or there's something getting in the way of a love situation that actually causes it to end or causes emotional pain. If we have a look at that card, it's still bleeding, you know, that there's still blood on them swords. So this is something that is pretty raw, okay? Pretty raw, pretty new. And I feel that there is this isolation with it. There's this feeling of being out in the cold, and it's a feeling that something is over. I don't feel that it is, because what we're getting then is we're getting the Three of Pentacles. And this is saying, in order to have a solid foundation, what you need to do is you need to work alongside other people, okay? So if you have insecurities or fears or whatever, you need to be secure enough. We talked about being in your truth. secure enough to actually voice these, okay? This is when you can work together with somebody. This is when you can repair any damage that's been done. And this is when you can actually, something can start to bloom and grow without being stifled. We then have the Two of Cups, okay, which this is about a meeting of minds. This is about, you know, a soul connection again, you know, and something where it's almost like it's balanced, okay? I feel it's balanced. And in order for it to be balanced, both partners need to be able to speak the truth. Even if the truth hurts, okay, it's better to get it out in the open, because if it's not, then your head can cause some crazy ideas, and you can start, you know, like projecting and getting completely lost with it, okay? So this is saying this is about the this is saying that this is about, you know, the truth, offering the truth to others and being prepared to hear the truth yourself as well, okay? So that is what I think is coming in for Gemini, this full moon. Okay, so it's like I say, speak and hear the truth, okay? Because be prepared to listen as well. A lot of times we don't listen, and we need to, because there is always three sides to the truth. That could be the three swords. There is their side, there is your side, and then there's the truth. You know, we see it from different perspectives. Right, okay, so card for Gemini, please. Spirit card for Gemini. What does Gemini need to know for this full moon? There, balance. There you go. All is perfect just the way it is. Own and acknowledge every part of you, and you will find the balance that you're seeking. So that ties in so much with that, okay? This is what you need to do. Be balanced within yourself. Look at your shadow sides, okay? See where any insecurities are, and then voice them, okay? Don't blame somebody for them. Own them. Own them. They are yours. But explain them to somebody, and then this can cause a lot of confusion to be sorted out, okay? So I hope that makes sense to some of you. Right, okay, what am I doing now? I'm doing Taurus. Okay, whoa. Right, okay, I'm going to put them back because two fell out, and I'm conscious of time, and I'm conscious of my battery as well. Whoa, there's another two fell out again. Right, I'm not, give me one. This is what I need. One. Right, okay. I feel you a bit in your mind, a bit in your head, Taurus, a bit scattered. This is what I'm getting straight away with this. Oh, right. Okay. Right. That's interesting. Right. So there was a lot going on there. Okay. A lot going on with them cards, but I wanted to just focus on something. And what you've got there is the card called experiencing. Okay. So whatever you are going through at this moment, this full moon, it wants to show you that all you are doing is experiencing, okay? It is part of life's experience. This is what happens. You know, we cannot have good all the time. We cannot be pain-free all of the time, because where's the experience in that? We are here, you know, within life to actually to grow, okay, and to stay centered no matter what experience comes along. This is a beautiful card here, and it's showing a tree there. And what I'm getting with this tree is it's kind of saying to me here, if you look at a tree, okay, a tree is solid, it's in its roots, and it's taken a long time to get there. But throughout the seasons, that tree will change dramatically, okay? In spring, it will start to bud, it will start to grow new life, you know, it will start to almost come alive again. It becomes colorful. Then in summer, it's in full bloom. Everything is great. And then in the autumn, it starts to die off. And then beautiful buds and then beautiful green leaves that it had start to decay, and they start to change color, and they fall away. And that tree lets them, okay? Because that tree knows it's going to end up empty. You know, it's going to be barren. The winter months, that tree will have no shoots, that will have no leaves on it or anything. But it trusts and it knows that in the springtime, it will start again. So it's almost like what this is saying to you is, you know, in order to quiet your mind, and the lesson that you need to learn within this full moon is to accept change and accept that things are going to change. You know, that is a massive part of life. and all you are doing is just experiencing that, okay? It is not personal to you. Please don't take it personally, because that's when you get too much in your head. It is part of life. Things do not stay the same. You know, everything changes, okay? And if nothing changes, nothing changes, and we need change, okay? We cannot stay the same forever, okay? So I hope that makes sense. So quite a nice card. I really, really like that one. Right, okay, this now makes sense as well. God, what's happening with relationships at the moment? There's so much coming through. So what we're getting here, Taurus, is we're getting the Ace of Cups, which is a beautiful card, okay? It's a beautiful card. It's all about emotions. It's all about love. You know, it's all about freedom. It's beautiful. There is a pureness with this, right? So this is coming through to you. And then we're getting the King of Cups. And this is talking, I don't think this is a particular person. I think this is more his way of being. The King of Cups is very emotional, okay? He will give out. He can't hide what he's feeling. He's almost like a child, you know. He's got that filled with emotion that he needs to spill it out. So the King of Cups will tell you every day how much he loves you, you know. So you might be gushing about somebody or something, okay, or you have been, and it's gone all tits up, so to speak. Sorry for that. Then we have the Five of Cups. So this is about disappointment. This is about disillusionment. It's almost like you can hear that woman in that wailing for the lost love. You know, please, please come back to me, come back to me. You know, this is how that person is. You know, I want things to be how they were. I want things to be how they were. But this experience is telling us that there are changes. Okay, and although your emotions might not have changed, somebody else's might have, or the situation might have changed. And what you need to do here, it's kind of saying here a little bit harshly, stop crying over spilt milk. Okay, everything happens for a reason. You will love again, you know, you may even love the same person again, but it will be different. And this is why things happen, you know. Things happen because things need to be shaken up a little bit. So what this is saying is don't focus too much on your emotions, okay? Make sure that you are looking at love and not attachment, because they are very, very different. Make sure there's no elements of codependency around this as well, because codependency is very prominent coming in with this. And it's almost like you don't own anybody or anything, okay? You can't control it. So it's a need to let go of control. All you need to control here is yourself, Taurus, and your emotions, okay? Everything else, it's almost like, yeah, well, things used to be so good, and they will be again, okay? So try and take the lesson out of this. And I feel that is where, yeah, it's like, dry your eyes, you know. You don't need to be this dependent on somebody else for your happiness or your security, Taurus, okay? So I really hope that makes sense. I'm going to pull a spirit card for some of you. So that is what this moon is wanting to teach you. Are people still there? Are they? Sorry, I'm just rabbiting on here, and I'm not answering messages. Oh my God, I'm still shocked about the Virgo reading. Hi, Tanya. Yeah, it was a crazy one, wasn't it? Crazy one. Yes, people are still there. It's all crazy at the minute. It's totally crazy. Mi vida loca. That's what it is. Mi vida loca. Right, so this is for Taurus. I forget how long these videos go on. You know, I think I am going to have to go inside for a little bit, because the charge is right. Okay. So yeah, this is a beautiful card for you, Taurus, and this is the card of opportunity. If we have a look at, there's a lot of yellows and blues in this, okay? And this is talking about stepping into your personal power, not giving your power away, because that's what we do, you know, when we focus too much on other people. This is also about healing a situation as well. And if we have a look, keeping them emotions steady, keeping them calm. And what this says is, live in the moment, let go of the past. There is no point worrying about the future. A wonderful opportunity exists for you today. Embrace it. And this is the opportunity for you to be independent. This doesn't mean that you have to be by yourself, but being independent, you know, you can have, even if you're with another person or there's another person around that will support you. But when you expect that support, when you have expectations, this is when you will feel let down and have resentment, okay? So I hope that makes sense to you, Taurus. Right, who do we have now? Taurus, Cancer. Right, Cancer, full moon reading. Cancer. Right, okay, Cancer. I'm sure this came out in your reading yesterday. Spot on, Colette. That made sense to you, Colette? Yeah? Have a beautiful day. You too. 6 a.m. in Texas. I'm an angel. Thank you. Fallen angel at times, I think. Right. So what did we get? Right. Okay. Cancer. Right. Okay. Cancer. Please God. You know, I really think sometimes spirit just. 2 seconds. All of the cards are flying away. 2 seconds. I'm gonna have to get them and then go inside. Sorry about that. The beauty of working outside, right? Okay, I'm gonna have to put things on them to keep them here. Right, okay. Right, they're sorted. Right, okay, so Cancer. What I feel, this is exactly what I said in your June reading yesterday. There is a need for you to venture out into the unknown, okay? Uncharted territory, a path that you haven't walked before, okay? You're scared. There's almost like very similar to Taurus there. You're not wanting things to change, but they've changed. And what this is saying is it's very heartfelt here, okay? Very heart-centered. And I feel that there's a lot of protection coming in around you from spirit, okay, Cancer? A lot of this. It's almost like spirit are urging you to do something. And it's saying that there's a lot of creativity, which Sagittarius moon is always about that, but it's almost like you need to venture into the unknown to make your world more colorful. This is what it's saying, okay? And it's do it step by step. Be like a child, be inquisitive of it, be excited about it, okay? Don't look at it in a fear base. You have, sorry, that's the card adventure there. Don't look at it from a fear base about going. Have a look at it as this is a new adventure. This is something that is taking you where you need to go. It's like taking a new step on your path to your destiny where you're meant to be, and it's colorful, and it's, you know, you're getting the rainbow there. There's a lot of colors there, and they say at the end of the rainbow there is a pot of gold, and this is what I feel you need to go in search of. This is what this full moon is highlighting. Now, what we've got here is we've got the 6 of Wands, which is all about victory and actually being admired, being acknowledged for who you are, being appreciated and being valued for who you are. This is what you want. This is what you need. You need recognition. We then have the Queen of Swords. This is telling me that there is somebody there that is not giving you this, okay? It's almost like somebody is, I know I can't say that. Somebody is putting a spanner in the works of you being successful and you being happy, okay? And it's almost like I'm feeling this person is quite deceptive. I'm getting there, oh, what a tangled web we weave when we practice to deceive or something like that. And it's almost like this person is spinning a yarn here. This person is wearing a mask. You are not seeing the full them. They might be sweetly, but really they are actually restricting you a lot. And they have their sword ready to fight, to attack. You know, I'm not getting a nice energy coming with this at all, okay? It's almost like when I'm seeing here, they've just highlighted me them keys. It's like I feel somebody could be your jailer. This is what it's saying. It's almost like they're keeping you. It's you know, you're allowed playtime or you're allowed time out when it is on their terms, not on yours. Now, like I say, this Sagittarius moon is all about living in your truth and being authentic as well, you know. So this is what I feel with this. This is a time to break free and not let anybody control you neither. What is lovely about this is you're getting the star at the end of it, and it's almost like this star will help you navigate your way. This is telling you, do not give up hope. It is there to guide you. There is something beautiful, and there is something, spirit will help you through this rocky transition, because I do feel it's a rocky transition, you know, but it's almost like spirit will guide your way here. There is a healing, there is a purity. What spirit are saying is, come to me, you know, get, like put your trust in my hands, and I will show you the way. I will guide you. I will pick you up, and I will put you down somewhere where it is much nicer and safer for you. Okay, so like I say, this is about remembering the dreams that you had, Cancer. It's so bizarre, because this is exactly what was said in the one yesterday about remembering your dreams. Okay, remembering who you are, remembering how magnificent you are and how great you are, and not letting anybody tell you you are anything but. If anybody is standing in your way, you ask them to walk aside, because you have dreams to be made here. Okay, so I really hope that makes sense. I feel this is going to be very highlighted over this full moon period. So right, who was that? Cancer. Leo. Did that make sense to you, Sheila? Yeah? Aries was done first, so you're going to have to wait until this is posted, and then it will be the first one. Aries is always the first. Okay. Oh, thank you, Sheila. I'm pleased it makes sense. Right, Empress Tarot's a message retracted there. Right, okay. Yeah, just who am I on to? Leo. All right, Leo. Again, this is mad, because I haven't done all of the readings. I'm Madison. If you want a private reading, there is a link below this video once it's posted. There is a moon offer on as well. If you want that, just click on the link. And that's for anybody else as well. If you do want a private reading with me, there is a moon offer on. If you just click below, it will take you to my booking schedule, and then you can see my availability and book in, because I'd love to connect with you as well. Right, okay, so this is for Leo. Leo, what is the full moon telling us? This is totally different to how I expected to read today, but like I say, you know, with Spirit and Ibiza mixing, it's almost like expect the unexpected. Right, okay. So, Leo, it's all people here for you, all people here. What it's telling you here is you need to have courage. It's almost, I'm getting like Bugsy Malone there. You got to be brave. I used to love that film when I was a kid. Oh, somebody there in Ibiza. I'm on Halsey. Yes, you are right. The energy on this island is so strong. Whereabouts are you, Susie? Gives me a chance to get my energy back. No, not answering. Yeah, let me know whereabouts on the island you are, Susie. Right, okay, so Leo, this is about having courage, right? Being brave. San Miguel. Right, okay. You're on the other side of the, across from me. I'm over in San Carlos. So yeah, Leo, you have to be brave, okay? You have to have courage. It's almost like this is the card that we're getting, you know, and I really like this. It's almost like you're following your heart, you're stepping into your personal power, and it doesn't matter what restrictions are around you, you are determined to actually push forward, okay? You are not going to let anything stand in your way. You're doing this in a very gentle manner, though. I'm sure this is what I said in the reading yesterday. This is just verification. So it's almost like, I feel with this, it's like you're taking no shit, okay, but you're not giving any neither. It's like you're doing no harm, but you're not, you're not harming anybody. And this is about what is true for you, what is in your heart, what you need to do. It's almost like you're coming out from the cold. This is what I'm feeling. Where you've been restricted, where it has been cold, you are actually coming out into this. Now, this could be around a person. There's people. I've pulled 3 cards for you, and you have 3 people cards. And I feel at least a couple of them are connected with people. There's somebody here, and I feel this could be an air sign around you, and it's almost like they have been stern, okay? They've gone cold. They're standing there, but it's almost like they're ready for a fight. I'm getting here, let sleeping dogs lie for some reason. I don't know what that means, but I'm feeling like either you or somebody around you is always on their guard. It's almost like waiting for somebody to slip up or something like that. I don't know if this is partners, if this is children or what, but it's almost like I don't feel there's a connection here. I feel something is going on that is actually affecting the dynamics of this, okay? This, like I say, this could be a partner, this could be children, this could be friendships, this could be whatever. But it's almost like it is affecting everybody, okay? So it's like you need the courage to actually get out of this cold place and into this colorful warm place. I don't know if that makes sense to you. There is a big feeling of freedom coming in with this, of new ideas, of passion, of letting that fire in your belly start and then going for it, okay? This is what you need to focus. It's almost like it's time to press that button. You know, it's time to press that button. It's time to activate. This is what I'm getting, Leo, okay? And over this full moon, this is where it's going to become very, very prominent. I think, yeah, where this has been barren, it's almost, I'm getting told here, tread carefully, okay? It's almost like somebody is watching your step or watching your next move or something like that. Somebody is observing you, but this is in a way where it's like it's not in a loving way. It's not like somebody is looking at you adoringly. It's somebody is watching you, and I feel you don't need this, okay? So it's almost like I feel here, turn away from the shadows and let the sun shine on you, sort of thing. This is what I'm getting. So it's almost like I feel you're turning your back on a situation. This is a quest for freedom. This is a quest for new ideas to be implemented, a quest for you to actually put into practice the knowledge that you have learned. And I feel, yeah, I'm getting ashes to ashes. I don't know what that means. It's almost like I feel something has died and it's sort of just like that, you know, getting rid of it. So there's no need to get into arguments. There's no need to anything like that. It's you need to follow your heart, Leo. And I feel this will take you on the path to freedom as well. So I hope that makes sense to some of you. Quite a strange one that I wasn't, like I say, I wasn't expecting all them people, but you know, it's all about people. You know, so yeah, this is almost like do what is best for you, not everybody else as well, okay? Like I say, this was all about living in our authenticity, wasn't it? So right, okay, so spirit card for Leo, please. Right, okay, so what this says is regret. And it says, there is nothing sadder than looking back on some part of your life with regret, wondering what you could have done but didn't. Go for it. Sometimes it is better to try and fail than to not try at all. Let go of fear and apprehension and follow your heart. Okay? So this is exactly what I'm saying. There's something you need to do. You know you need to do it, and you cannot live with regret. You don't want to turn around in 30 years' time and say, you know what, if I'd done that then, how would things have been different? You know? So no regrets yet. You know what you've got to do, Leo, and I feel this moon is just pushing you to do it. So I hope that yeah, I shouldn't even be drinking this. It's my guilty pleasure. It's horrible stuff. But I'm allergic to a lot of fruit, so I kind of drink any other pop, and I like the fizz. And when I'm working as well, my energy levels get low, so I need that to just pick me up a little bit. But I know I shouldn't, and I know it's not good for me. So I'm not, like I say, I'm not I'm not endorsing it. Right, okay, so who are we on to now? Oh God, Virgo, right? This should be fun. Oh man, what's happening? Sorry, there was winds and I have a parasol next to me here, which is just flying away. Right, okay, I'm going to do Virgo and then I'm going to go back in the house, so you'll have to bear with me a second, because I need to plug the thing in. Thank you for all being there as well. Virgo, whoop whoop. I haven't read it yet. We don't know what's there, Sandra. We don't know what's there. I'm feeling the moon's energy already. Okay, so Virgo, this full moon, Virgo, Sagittarius full moon. Right, okay, I like that one. Yay! Right, okay, so Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. This is strange. This is strange. We're very similar. A lot of these are very similar cards to the monthlies that I've actually done. So, Virgo, the card that we picked here is receptivity, right? And I love this card. It's almost like this is a healing, this is a cleansing, okay? This is a getting out of your head. And funny enough, on Saturday, I was at a friend's and there was something going on in my head and I was getting in my head and all of that. And I said to her, can I go in your pool? And she was like, yeah, no bother. And I just went in the pool and submersed myself in water. And it was like, right, that is so cleansing. It's almost like a baptism sort of thing. So I swam a lot on Saturday, which was great. I love it. But yeah, so this is what this is saying, okay? And it's almost like there is healing in water here. Now, if anybody knows, I put a thing on my Instagram, if anybody follows me on Instagram the other day, when I was at the sea, and it said, there is nothing that can be cured by salt water. And this is either sweat, tears, or the sea, okay? So it's almost like there is healing to be done, okay? There is healing to be done that is deep within your soul, okay? This isn't anything that anybody else has done. Yes, they might have been implemented in the past, but this is healing you on a cellular and DNA level, okay? This is what you need to be doing. But it's almost like you need to get out of your head and you need to surrender. This is like holding your hands up and say, show me what you've got. Show me who you need me to meet. Show me what you want me to do. Show me where to go. This is it. So surrendering, okay? Virgos, a lot of times I don't think it's that we're control freaks, but we like to know that things are safe. There is a safety thing that comes in with Virgo. And this is almost saying that you need to trust, okay? You need to trust. You need to allow yourself to heal. You need to know that things, you might not know what's going to be around the corner, okay? So it's like when you surrender, you need to surrender. And then when you've surrendered, you surrender a little bit more. It's a God, this is the pep talk I've been giving to myself for the last couple of days. This is bizarre. So this is what you need to do. This is when you will actually connect. You know, you will ground yourself. You're an earth sign. You need to be grounded, okay? And you need to connect to the divine. So if you imagine there is this channel of white light going from the earth right up and connecting you, you know, then you can trust. Trust is a massive thing for Virgo, okay? And what you need to do is trust in the process. Be receptive to whatever comes your way. Don't try and block it. Don't try and put up any resistance or anything like that. You know, surrender to it. Be receptive here, okay? And I feel this will actually keep you centered. Still believe in your magic, okay? You have a very, very strong brain, but this can sometimes work to your disadvantage rather than advantage. So what this is saying is get out of your head and into your fields and trust that spirit are showing you the way, okay? So this is what we need to do. Massively, massively healing. Being vulnerable as well, Virgos. We don't like to do that, you know. We don't like to show that we're vulnerable, but be vulnerable. You know, say this. Say, I'm struggling. I need help. I need this or something like that. You know, this is you being authentic. Like I say, this is what this moon's about. It's all about, it's 111 there as well. This is all about being authentic. And when you feel vulnerable, you can be authentic, okay? Right, before I read Virgo's cards, I'm going to have to take this in because I don't want this. If the computer closes while I'm actually reading, then I'll have to wait ages for it to start up again. So huge apologies. You know, I'll be getting wrong again that I'm moving about, and you know, people complain, why can't you just sit in one place? And it's like, because I can't. It's quite hard doing this. Right, so I'm just going to plug you in, and then we in. Yay! Right, okay, we have liftoff. Right. Is that better? I love your lives. My lives, yeah, I have quite a few. Right, so which cards? I'm just getting everything in order. Sorry about that. So we're still on the Virgo reading. Okay, apologies, Virgos. I'll tell you, Mum. Mum, who's that? I'm from Georgia. Was at the beach yesterday too. Yeah, the beach is so healing. I always say I go to the beach to laugh and I go to the beach to cry. You know, either way, it works. All my lives, not my lives. Sorry, that's going out from the sunshine into in here. So right, Virgo. Okay, what were we saying? It was being receptive, surrendering to what has been there. Okay, this is it. It's connecting. You know, if this is meditation, I use Kundalini yoga. I should be doing it. But Kundalini yoga to me is a great way to actually connect. Okay, to connect. It really is. There's one meditation that Gabrielle Bernstein does, and it's called Ego Eradicator. It's about a 7-minute meditation, and honestly, it's like the second that happens, I do that. It's like, right, okay, I'm back down to center. I've gone home, you know, and this is it. Home is your safe space. So that is it. Meditation, Virgo, being open, okay, being open to healing and being receptive to whatever comes to you, okay? A lot of healing coming in, a lot of communication as well. I feel there's a lot around the throat chakra here, and it's almost like, you know, speaking or hearing, speaking as well, okay? You should do a video so we can see how it is. Maybe when my flatmate comes back, I might get to do one. I might. It's a beautiful meditation. You know, I really want to do some more stuff like that. I just haven't got the time at the moment. So, right, okay, we're back onto Virgo. And what we have is, we have the Emperor. Okay, now this came out in your reading yesterday as well. And it's almost like, I feel with this, there are changes, okay? There are changes being made. And it's almost like, I feel there's a stubbornness here. If you have a look, we're getting this mountain goat here. But then I feel there's also looking at the bigger picture as well. And there are changes that are needed here, okay? And it's almost like you're then getting the 10 of Pentacles. There is security come for you. You really need to look at your security over this full moon, okay? Now, this might be connected with somebody, because I'm getting the 9 of Cups coming in as well, which is a card of happiness, okay? But it's almost like, don't get smug with this. I don't want that. You know, there's no smugness. This is about healing a situation. If this is involved with somebody, you know, there's like I say, there's the Emperor there. This is often a fire sign in Aries, okay? But there is a sort of mountain goat on there, which could be a Capricorn as well. So it's almost like, I feel if you need the security from somebody, or you need harmony or something like that, it's there, but it's almost like, don't accept it, appreciate it, okay? You need to appreciate everybody that is in your life, okay? This could be people. God, this is like Virgo's reading yesterday. If any of you are Virgo and haven't seen it, go and see it. But yeah, it's almost like you need to have your own security to then feel secure around other people, okay? And it's not having any expectations here. Do not expect happiness, you know, appreciate it when it comes, but know that wheel can change at any time. So this is why it's being receptive to whatever is there, okay? But I feel there's been a bit indecision around a situation, Virgos, okay? And it's almost like I'm seeing, what is this saying? Look at what somebody is doing, not what they're not, sort of thing, you know? How do I explain that better with what they're saying? It might be somebody is working hard on something else, or on someone else, or on a situation, and you're not seeing that. So it's almost like, well, they're doing nothing. You know, this is what I'm talking about, this smugness. Do not have expectations here, okay? But it's almost like, I feel there is happiness to come after this sort of, there's a realization coming for you, Virgo, in some way, okay? And it's almost like, I feel there's a value here. There's a value, there's a appreciation, there's an admiration, and there's a giving into control as well, you know, being receptive. This is what you need to do in order to heal any situation, okay? It's yes, I know you like to be grounded, but you can be. And with this, it's almost like, don't be stubborn, be open, okay? That is where you're gonna get results with this, okay? So it's like I say, we all like control in different ways, okay? So, you know, do not have power struggles here. Just be secure in who you are. This is what this new moon is, this full moon is telling you. I hope that makes sense to some Virgos. Intuitive perceptions. I purged for hours yesterday. This full moon is the death of the ego. We can trust our now and receive our divine messages. Exactly. It is a pretty painful one. I thought I'd got away with like the one on the 15th. I was like, oh yeah, you know, that was great. Everything went smoothly. It was, you know, a few technical problems. That was it. But this is actually the fallout of that. Okay. So whatever was happening around the 15th, then, you know, this is the chance for it to bloom or for it to come to light as well. Thank you for that, intuitive perceptions. Yeah. Totally made sense. Loved the Virgo reading. It was so similar to yesterday's, wasn't it? Stargate portals are opening. Yeah. Honestly, Ibiza is like that. It's just, it's such a crazy place. Right, okay. Sorry. I will. It's insane with my feet on the ground till the best time yet. Right, okay, I let these cards fall, okay? I let these cards fall because, you know, I don't like to just choose things. Right, okay, right. So what we have here is renewal, okay? Like I say, this is it. There's a healing, there's something coming. Saying rest, switch off the mind. A short holiday would do you the world of good at this time. A change of scenery brings renewed clarity and a sense of purpose. You know, this is a beautiful card. You know, I really, really like this card. And it's almost like, don't get yourself tied up in knots. Just take yourself away from a situation. Allow yourself to replenish as well. You know, and then this is when you can heal, be receptive, and you can sort this situation out, whatever it is, okay? But it's almost like the moon is shining on you here. There's a few clouds, but I feel that it's clearing, okay? There is a clearing coming for you and clarity, I feel, okay? So that's Virgo. So who do we have now? Libra. God. Right, okay, yesterday when I done Virgo's reading, I got such a pain in my head, and today I'm getting the same as well. So, switch off the mind, tell that to a Virgo. Yeah, I am, and I am a Virgo as well, but it's very, very hard, and we all have our own ways of switching off the mind as well. Whoa. Right, okay, I didn't want one. So this is for Libra. Virgo moon going away to Whitby. Oh, lovely, Sarah. Enjoy Whitby. I like that. Right, okay. Will you do in Leo? I've already done Leo, Becky. Yeah, my third eye is going berserk. Intuitive perceptions. The thing is, though, what is really, really hard is because I don't trust messages for myself. You know, I really, really find it very hard to read for myself. And, you know, it's almost like, are these just my thoughts? Because I'm used to being a Virgo, you know, and I'm used to having all these thoughts and analyzing and, you know, delving in and all of that. And, right, okay, I don't know what Luca is doing there, but I'm just going to block that because it's, yeah, hide user. There you go. Yeah, so I struggle to read for myself, you know, it's not easy. Right, okay, so this is for Libra. Both Virgo, Sun, Libra, Rising, Aries, Moon. Wow, oh, right, yeah, you're the same on you. We should sort each other out. That's what we should do. Twins, yeah, we're astrological twins, aren't we? Right, okay, so, right, what we're doing, Libra. Right, you've had a good shuffle there, Libra. Right, okay, I'm liking this one for Libra. haven't done Libra's monthly yet. So Virgos have got me. I'm like, Right, okay, so Libra, what is this? What is this? Full moon here to show you. My Virgo's only just returned from 5 week holiday in the States. He doesn't need any more time. Maybe it's you that needs the time, Jen. Right, Libra. Wow, Libra. I haven't done your monthly reading yet, but wow, if this full moon is anything to go on, you know, then there is, it's almost like you're putting your superhero suit on, I feel. The card that we have here for you, the Osho card, is the creator. And look at that. You know, this is absolutely fantastic. This is, look at him. He is owning his power. He knows how powerful he is. He's secure within himself. He's radiating it. He has all of these ideas. He's focused. He knows exactly where he's going, what he wants to do. He knows he is the creator of his own future. He doesn't sit there and wait for anybody else to do it. He actually does it himself, okay? And he is prepared to do this. It's almost like he takes time to meditate. He gets the answers, and then bam, that is it. This is when he is actually going forward, okay? So there is a big power surge coming in for you, Libra, over this full moon, okay? This is what it's going to do. It's almost like it's going to give you superhuman strength, if that makes sense. We then have the Four of Wands. This is about you again, your security, okay? Your security, where you feel secure, where you feel supported, supporting yourself as well with this, okay? It's almost like I feel if there's been any emotional blackmail or anything like that around you, now it's like a no, that's it. It's almost like you are cutting off from any negativity, any toxicity. Is that how it's said? That's what they've just said to me. So that is coming in. It's almost like you yeah, it's almost like I feel there's a gateway opening for you. Somebody mentioned stargates there. It's almost like there is a door opening for you to a new life. And wherever you are, you have a protector. I don't know if this is a spirit guide or what, but it's almost like somebody's like, don't go near. Don't go near. It's almost like you have a spiritual bodyguard with you at the moment, okay? So whatever happens, you know, you're protected, okay? It's I think this has took a long time coming, but it's like bam, this massive power surge for you. And then we have the sun, and look at that. Look at how much he is shining, and look at how similar those two cards are. You know, this is it. They are so similar, and this is, you know, using the power that is there from the earth, whether this be the moon, whether this be the sun, using it in a positive way, you know, to actually make your life better. It's almost like I'm seeing here going full circle. So I don't know what happened a year ago, or I don't know what's going to happen in a year's time, but it's almost like that is symbolic. You are breaking free here. I feel you are going up vibrational levels as well. So it's almost like you may be having some sort of awakening or power surge within your spirituality, within your knowledge, within your claircognizance. I feel within your like your feelings. It's almost like things are starting to make sense. It's like you are downloading the answers, sort of the Akashic records are all coming to you. It's like everything is clear, and sorry, I keep going on. It's like you're like Superwoman, Superman here. It's like your vision is X-ray. You see more, you feel more. You know, you're more powerful. You're getting bigger. You're getting stronger, and you know, it's like you're on fire here, Libra. You know, you're on fire. There is nothing stepping in your way, and you are going to go after what is yours and get what you want. Okay, this is what I'm seeing here. Absolutely fantastic. You really have this amazing strength. You then have the Ace of Pentacles, and there you go. You know, I you work for some of you, but I don't feel it is, okay? This is actually saying it is paradise. Welcome to paradise. Welcome. It's almost like I can hear sort of birds singing and waterfalls and stuff like that. You know, it's like you are stepping into a new place of being, a new way of being. It might be still in the same place, but you're seeing it in a different way. You're feeling very secure. It's almost like, I know this sounds really strange, but this is what they're giving me. It's almost like you are being visited by the ancients. Okay. What's that song? What's that song they're saying there? They justified an ancient or something. Moo Land. Was that Moo Land? What was that? It was KLF and Tammy Wynette or something, wasn't it? I don't know what the words are to that. If anybody knows them, please let me know. But that's what they're justified and they're ancient. And it's almost like here you are tapping into this ancient knowledge. You know, you maybe even it's like ruins. It's almost like this holy grail type thing you're going on. So this moon is going to be massively, massively powerful for you. Okay. Oh, I'm Libra rising. That makes sense as well. So yeah, so this is it, but it's almost like paradise. Okay, this is it. This is it. You are going into paradise now. I don't know, how would you describe paradise? Paradise is a feeling where you have everything that you want. I would say, you know, it's every corner you turn is more you and more beautiful, and everything that you want is there. You know, that is living in paradise. You have everything that you want and everything that you need. Okay, and this is it, and you are secure within this. You are secure, you are strong, Leo, Libra. Okay, you are secure, you are strong, and it's almost like you are just grabbing this energy into your power, and you're just going to get bigger and bigger and stronger and stronger. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to some Libras, but it is fantastic, that. Yeah, like ancestral channeling and yeah, protection. It's bizarre. Gangster's paradise, yeah. God, my head hurts. Wow, so powerful, these cards, Libra. I'm literally like, it's wow. Whoa, 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 right. How bizarre, how bizarre, how bizarre. The card that I've picked there for you is alchemy. I've actually, every single hair on the back of my neck going right up to my head, I am tingling like mad at the moment, right? It's going down my arms and everything. This is, wow, it's, can anybody else feel this, or is this just me? Because it's like, this is absolute craziness. Crazy what I'm feeling here for Libra. So yeah, the card is alchemy, okay? And what it says is your inner light shines when you are at peace with yourself and the world around you. Let go of the struggle and feel the beauty inside of you. Allow all to just be, and just be you. Now, alchemy is, you know, it's the process of mixing two components and making gold, isn't it? You know, it's magic, it's ancient magic. And I talked about the ancients within this. If we have a look here, it's almost looks like a sperm, but it's like in the third eye. We have two figures here, but they're becoming one. Okay, can you see that? How the two figures, it's almost like an optical illusion sort of thing. It's like there's been tears, but them tears are, you know, this is the purple, the purple, the knowing, the deep knowing of the crown. This is it. It's almost like, you know, there is new life coming, okay, and a lot of security with that. So like I say, I hope that makes sense to some of you, Libra. Wow. Right, okay, give me 2 seconds because I really need to compose myself after that. Hi, Stephanie. I am happy to hear about this. A friend of mine, Libra, has been having a hard time for the longest time. She needs to break with the struggles. Yeah, and she needs to be authentic. Like I say, all these readings here are talking about being authentic. Okay, that is the key to this Sagittarius moon as well. It's almost like we need to step into our truth. Once we are in our truth, this is when we can then live our truth as well. I've had that before, intuitive perceptions. Yeah. Go have a fag and a glass of something cold. You know me too well, Jen. You can never be too authentic, Leila. Never be too authentic and never be too honest, you know. So never, that is not, you know, if we say somebody is too authentic, no, you know, you cannot be too authentic. You cannot be too truthful, and you cannot be too honest, you know, as long as you think about what you're saying, you know, as well, you know, be aware of your stuff. It's normal to feel the full moon 3 days before. Yeah, Betty, I usually get it about 4 days either side as well. You know, sometimes it's like 8 days either side as well. So yeah, that's totally normal. And this one is a powerful one. Honestly, my head is going to blow off. Right, so Libra, who we're on to now. God, I've still got loads more to do, haven't I? Right, okay. Right, she has no boundaries. She doesn't. That is the problem, and she can't help herself. Yeah, but right, okay. That's interesting. It's yeah, she needs to have personal boundaries. Okay, that is the thing, and it's very hard when you are, you know, when you're authentic, when you're empathic, when you're whatever. It's hard to put boundaries up because you see the good in everybody, even if they are showing you bad. You know, it's almost like you see beyond and you see the soul. And just because other people have what do I say? Just because of other people have abused that, she does not have to change her for it, okay? Learning some healthy boundaries herself would be good. If it doesn't feel right for her, she says no. She doesn't have to be nasty, you know, and she takes herself away from that situation for the time being. But like I say, it's, you know, it's she doesn't have to change herself, you know. She can't help herself, you know. We are, you know, it's very hard. I've had a lot of talk about this weekend, you know, and then this is, you know, regarding myself as well, you know, and it's, you know, it's not always easy, you know. It's not always easy to put boundaries up, and you know, you need to look at not just your past, you know, look at sort of, you know, your past lives, and you know what's happened within them, what type of person that you are, you know. So it's yeah, it's not always that easy. Okay. Yeah, you always get lessons, you know, when you have no boundaries. It's about protecting yourself, you know. I mean, this is why I've got that many dark crystals, you know. I need to do it because sometimes I can't do it myself, you know, or not in the way that I should. Right, okay. We're breaking, purging, healing so much past life trauma, karmic cycles. Yeah, that's what I was saying yesterday, intuitive perceptions. This is, you know, this is all about, I don't know if you listened to the Virgo reading. It was pretty intense yesterday. I wanted to stop halfway through it, but yeah, there's some crazy shit going down. Right, so here we're doing Scorpio. We're black tourmaline, yeah. Oh, thank you, Lee. I appreciate that. Thank you. Aries moon, way too much fire. Yeah, I'm Aries moon and Virgo sun, Leila, as well. Yeah, I wear fire agate. I have fire agate there. I have aura verde there. I have, what have I got? Oh, they're just my mala beads at the moment. I'm sleeping in bed with fire agate and other crystals. Okay, sorry, I just need a couple of minutes. I'm really, there's a lot of energy coming through with this. See, I need boundaries against spirit. It's like, don't give me too much, you know. This is it. I'm all the spirit's bitch. That's what they make me do. Right, okay, so Scorpio, this is who we're talking about. Right, Scorpio. The card that you've got, I really love this card. This card is healing, okay? And this is healing the mind and healing your gut as well. So I feel this is you having to be, or switching your mind off and switching your gut feeling off and working from a heart base, okay? Now, Scorpio, I love Scorpios. Some of my closest people are Scorpios, but a lot of times they can get in their head. They're very intellectual. They're very, you know, they're like that. They're on point with stuff. What this is saying is be heart-centered, okay, at this time over this full moon, Scorpio. You really need to come from a heart base here, you know, not your head, not your gut, it's heart. You know, this is what you need to do. Scorpios are very loving until they're sort of disrespected or something like that, and then you feel the sting of their tail. But this is saying, you know, there is healing to do, and there is healing to do around your heart chakra, okay? So the way to heal that is to actually use it. So to let love in, to give more love as well. This is what you need to do. It's almost like switch off your mind as well. The healing is happening. If any of you actually do or have Reiki or go for Reiki sessions or something like that, I feel that would be massively beneficial for you as well, Scorpio. over this full moon period, because it's like I say, there is this real need to strengthen your heart chakra. Okay, your head chakra is yeah, that's it, that's on point, you know that. But it's almost like, you know, you need to nourish your heart here as well. I mean, this could be on a, you know, this could be go and get your cholesterol checked or something like that as well. But I don't feel like, it's almost like, you know, you need to be open, do things that bring you love. Okay, do things that, you know, make you go all gooey, watch soppy films, things like that. You know, open yourself up to love rather than being cynical about it. Okay. Right, okay, so what we have in the tarot for you is, I feel that there are restrictions around you here, Scorpio, okay, that need to be. It's almost like, yeah, right, okay, sorry, I'm just getting what they're giving me there. Right, okay, we have the Eight of Swords, we have the Three of Swords, and then we have the Temperance, right? So what we're getting here is, I feel connected to Scorpio. There is stuff from the past that has threatened your stability. You're feeling trapped within this, okay? You're feeling like somebody has taken control of you. This could be old resentments, okay, that are coming up, that are going to come up around this full moon, okay? There's also emotional pain. This could be grief, this could be loss, this could be, you know, this could be something that has gone from your life, that you're still feeling the pain, yet you are trying to keep yourself so strong that you're not actually allowing yourself to fully feel it. The pain's there and you're pushing it down and pushing it down and pushing it down, but that is just making it still be there, and it's taking a lot of your energy. So what this is saying is, it is time to heal, and the only way to heal is to address it, okay? So you need to feel, I think this is why we need to get into our feels. We need to bring the balance in. It's almost like you don't have to forget the pain that you've had. You don't have to forget that, because that pain is actually what will keep you, you know, from striving forward. But you need to find a mix, as in to bring the balance, right? Okay, that grammatically was absolutely terrible. That is how they were saying it to me. So it's almost like you need to balance this. So it's too much of resentment is not good, okay? But it's almost like mix a little bit of understanding in with that resentment, and you will see that it starts to dilute, okay? We then have the balance, okay? You don't need to do everything on your own. You don't need to be your own support. What you need to do is you need to allow other people in as well, because in doing that, they can give you love that you need, okay? It's not all about you just giving here. And I feel this is it. It's getting out of your head again, you know, getting out of your head and allowing new ideas to come in. So it's almost like opening your mind a little bit, Scorpio. This is when things will get better. This is when you will start to feel freer. And this is when you will be living as your authentic self, which is exactly what this moon is wanting us to do, okay? So I hope that makes sense, Scorpio. Scorpio spirit card. Thank you, Lisa. Teach life on life's terms. This means Scorpio, relieve yourself from obsessing with things you can't change. You can do it. Right. Scorpio. Right. Wow, there's two there. Right. Right, okay. Right, this is interesting. I'm going to read these two, okay? The first one you have is Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin is the mother Buddha. I love Kuan Yin. And this says, enjoy the journey of life. Be not afraid of its mysteries. Take a chance and follow your heart. You are guided and protected by Kuan Yin, goddess of mercy, compassion, and transformation. So like I say, when you allow this compassion in, this will heal situations. When we actually make that switch from fear to love, that is when a miracle occurs, okay? If you've been wavering about proceeding with something that's dear to you, this is your confirmation to just do it. We also have your instinct there as well, which is a beautiful card. And this says, follow your natural instincts. You are making the current issue more complicated than it needs to be. Trust in the universe. Allow your intuition to guide you. You are always safe. So it's almost like there, Scorpio, you don't need to be on the attack all the time. You don't need to be like sort of watching your back all of the time. Okay, it's like I say, let the love in, and then compassion will follow. So I hope that makes sense, Scorpio. Right, who have we got now? How many have I got left? Scorpio, Sagittarius. How many have I got left? Can anybody tell me? Because I'm on an hour and a half now. This was meant to be a 10-minute thing. Dear. Right. Is the chat still on there? Yeah. Shitloads. Do take a break if you need to. You know what I might do? I might just have a little chat here. Is that okay for people? You don't mind? I mean, people will jump to their thing once it's posted, but is that okay that we just have a little chat and I can have a little 5 minutes sort of break? Because I don't want to not put the energy into the other ones that I can. I just need to recharge. Give me 2 seconds and I will be back. Right, I'm back. So that's it. I do this for free. I know I do this for free, and this is, please, Sarah, I wish other people were more understand. You would not believe what people say with these. You love my optimism. Ever the optimist. What was it? One of my friends called me an apocalyptimist, somebody who knows it's always going to be go to shit, but they believe that it'll be good anyway. I thought that was funny. Mm-hmm. God, if my mother was alive, she would go mad with me now, sitting smoking on here. But you know what? It's like I say, I'm being authentic. I'm being me. That's what I'm doing. It's thank you for all your time and effort. Thank you as well for watching these. I mean, like I say, they're nothing without you. Have you learned Spanish? No, I know a few words. I can get fed. I can get watered, and I learn. I don't even know if I can remember it. What was it? Oh man. Oh, I learned a phrase the other day and I was repeating it all the time. What is it? It's estoy flipando total en serio. And that's like, I'm flipping out, seriously. And that's all I need to know, really. So yeah, that's good. I'm starting to understand more Spanish now than I actually speak. How many languages do you speak? I speak English and Tanya. That's pretty much it. I was never good at languages. What happens, I don't know if any of you are aware, but I have a tumor in my brain right on my pineal gland. And it massively affects my short-term memory. So learning Spanish, if I don't reel it down, to learn anything, it is very, very hard, So I used to be quite good with languages when I was young, but now I cannot retain the information. I have real trouble reading books and stuff like that. Now, at one time I used to read like 7 books a week, and now I can't retain that information, Right, just joined you through. I roll my own. How many languages? It's appreciated all you do on here. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Sandra. It's appreciated you all being there. This is all I needed was just that little bit thing. So sorry, Sagittarius, it is coming. It's your moon as well. So yeah, don't worry if you need them, Sarah. I always say it's, the more you restrict yourself, the more you want it, or the more you feel guilty. Don't feel guilty if you had a couple of cigarettes. A lot of people hide it when they don't do it. And, again, that isn't being authentic. And this is what we're talking about. We need to fully own up and acknowledge every part of us. Con leche frio. Yeah, I have carajillo con Baileys on a morning. That is my favorite. I love your energy, pretty similar with mine. Oh, thank you. Fuse yourself with Spanish music. Yeah, Spanish music, any music. Music is my life. I got the other day, Spirit said to me, if music be the food of love, play on. And I was like, yeah, like that. Can you? Yeah. All right, okay. Right. I hate it when people come on here and spoil things. Right. Remember, everyone of our end where fear begins. We can no longer allow fear to cripple us. Yeah, we can't. Like I say, you know, we're always either working from fear or love. You know, it's one of them. How did I first hear spirit? Right, that's an interesting one. Somebody was asking me this the other day. I I heard them from being born, but I didn't know that not everybody else did. And I seen a lot. Like I constantly, from being able to remember, I would see images, but it was 24/7 on a daily basis, you know. And I didn't realize that, you know, that not everybody done that, you know. I had a couple of imaginary friends when I was young, which I realize now weren't friends, weren't imaginary. And I used to, people will have heard me say this before. I used to tell my mum that people had had Ready Brek because I used to see glows around people, and there was a Ready Brek advert for that. But then when I got older, it was kind of like, uh, it it kind of didn't work for me. It didn't fit in with my friends. If I said something, they thought I was stupid. They, you know, all of that. So, you know, I got into teenage years, and I discovered drugs. Not hard drugs, but I discovered drugs, and for the first time in my life, it stopped, and it was like, right, okay, that is a relief. I can actually just think normally, you know. And so I cut it off for a lot of time, but then spirit always, you know, always get you back in the end. And I never wanted to do this for work. I was a photographer, you know, I loved my job. I was an artist, and you know, spirit kicked, and well, they didn't. I kicked and screamed, but they got their own way in the end, you know, which always happened. And I have all the clairs, so I don't particularly tune into one. So sometimes I hear, sometimes I feel, sometimes I see, sometimes it's all of them together. So it's really bizarre. It's really bizarre. And like when I connect doing mediumship, which I don't practice a lot because I don't believe it's our job to keep calling them in. You know, I don't believe that is. They'll come in when they want to. But to me, mediumship is I see the person and I hear their voice in my head, and they tell me the information. When I connect to spirit, when I'm doing these readings, it's more of a collective voice or a collective of people. You know, I kind of see it like a big circle of them all telling me what I need to know. So I hope that makes sense. Right, if Louisa's watching this as well, I'm really sorry. I did have a cigarette in the sitting room. It's the first time I've done it, but it was for work. I'll get the Febreze out. Don't worry. You must have all the clairs. Yeah, I do. Never imagine I was going to do this work either. I'm the same with mediumship. If my guides allow someone to come through, then so be it. Exactly, you know. Like I say, I allow them to work. You know, I think a lot of times with mediumship, when we're sort of, right, okay, you come down, you know, because we've got to meet in the middle. That's why it's called mediumship. But I trained for mediumship with James Van Prague and Tony Stockwell as well, who were amazing idols of mine. Oh, wow. Good luck, Lisa. What spirit means for you? Yeah, spirit is, yeah, I think I sort of answered that, didn't I? Yeah, it's spirit is love, you know, that is what it is. When you connect to spirit, that is what you feel, you know, and you trust them in it's unconditional love, you know. There is huge trust with their spirit are never wrong. Sometimes we can interpret things wrong, and this is why I have trouble reading for myself, because, you know, when I'm emotionally invested in something, or you know, someone or something like that, I can cloud what they're telling me. And you know, my dreams are the best then. You know, I get dreams. I had a dream the other day, and I told my friend about it last night, and she was like, oh, it's so sad. And I said, yeah, no. But yeah. Yeah, that's it. I mean, even guides, you know, I have particular guides, not that I work with on a daily basis. Like I say, I work with a collective spirit. That's how I work. But I do have guides that have came to me throughout my life in different forms and guises. And my favorite one, and sorry to all the others, my favorite one is the guy called Jack. And the only reason he's called Jack is because I asked him his name, and he told me it was Jack the Lad. And he's like an old 50s card, and he's mischievous, and he's playful, and he's really funny. And my teacher at the time when I first met him, was very, she said, you two could get into some bother together. And I think we can. But yeah, Jack is, I don't see him that often, but when I need protection, he comes in, and he's fabulous. You know, he's got like the dark slicked back hair, the mustache, and you know, he's in him. It's so bizarre, you know, so bizarre. Right, so the light is good for interpreting messages correctly. Yeah. I was talking to myself when I used to live with my mum. She would walk in on me and ask who I was talking to. Right, okay, so I'm going to get back on with Sagittarius. Thank you for allowing me that little bit break. So, Sagittarius, where are we going with this? And if anybody can do a timestamp on these for me, that would be great, you know, when they're up, because it does save me a lot. Okay. Right, so this is Sagittarius. Thank you for this as well. I like hanging out with you. Right, so Sagittarius. Well, oh, Sagittarius, what's going on here? What is going on, Sagittarius? Right. Happiness, Sagittarius. What is going on here? I feel like when I'm looking at this, you have the totality, okay? I feel there's a little bit of confusion going on, or will go on, around this. Hold on, I'm gonna block these messages that don't so sorry, right, okay, there's somebody keep coming on as different people, and I just don't like it. So yeah, Sagittarius, I really feel that there is a trust, okay, trust issues coming up for you around this full moon. It's almost like you need to reach out to somebody. I feel like there could be somebody holding you back from reaching out to somebody else in some way. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it's almost like this is what you need. I feel you need someone to hold your hand. This is what I'm getting. And it's almost like, it's weird. When my mum was alive, she always used to hold my hand and stroke it like that. And I've always done that to my daughter, who was Sagittarius. So I really need to speak to her, I think, after seeing this. But it's almost like there is somebody there, you know, somebody there to support you, somebody there that you don't have to cut yourself off from them just to be around somebody else as well, you know, because what I'm getting here is I'm really feeling that your security is rocked in some way. I feel you are finding it a struggle to be happy. You are finding it a struggle to be grateful, and a struggle to be thankful. It's almost like things have turned on their head a little bit. And it's like, I feel you have shut off your feels. And this full moon is going to highlight this massively, I think. This may be involving a relationship in some way, because what I'm seeing with this is it's almost like you're wanting to please. I don't know if this is a little bit codependency in some way, but it's almost like I feel you doing a lot of the work, and it's almost like you need this little check-in to somebody who is going to nurture and connect or collect you. I don't know why they're saying collect there, but and connect to you. So it's almost like I'm seeing you a little bit sitting, being a little bit bored, being a little bit melancholy, being a little bit like, is it me, or is just everything shit? This is what I'm getting. But I feel this is because you are not actually tapping into your power. You have not got the connections that you need, you know, in order to fuel you and in order to make you happy. So this is about I really, really feel it's not looking at what you haven't got, it's looking at what you have got and actually putting your arms out to reach it, if that makes sense to you in some way. I feel some Sagittariuses may actually drink too much over this sort of full moon period. It's almost like you're trying to block out. It's like you're trying to block something out, someone out, something like that. but this may be a little bit egoic. I don't think it's actually helping you in any way, you know. So it's almost like, I mean, that's so cheesy there, but they've just said it's a case of turn that frown upside down. You know, this is what you need to do. You need to smile again. You need to realize what you have got and what is there for you, even though you think it might not be. And this is where you will then feel this happiness, and you will feel this abundance rather than this place of lack. So I really feel like that is the thing at the moment. You're feeling a little bit out in the cold, a little bit out on your own, you know, and you may be putting too much focus onto one area or one person and cutting other people out because of this. Okay, that is not going to help you here. There are people there waiting on the sidelines for you. You've just got to reach out to them, and they're there. What's that song? Reach out and I'll be there. Reach out. Who's that? Was it Dinah Ross or something like that? That's playing in my head. What is it? I don't know. I'm a terrible singer. But anyway, that's what it is. This is where your stability lies, by reaching out to others, Sagittarius. Okay, but this moon is going to make you realize that. So I'm going to pull a spirit card for Sagittarius and see what we have here. Sounds like me, and you're not a Sag. You might have Sag in your chart somewhere, Sarah. Right, well, there's something going on with Neptune and Uranus at the moment, isn't there? So that probably makes it why it makes sense. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Jan. I mean, when, you know, people deal with grief and loss and pain in a lot of different ways, and a lot of people use alcohol or drugs or whatever, you know, and that is because they're not ready to face the feelings. You know, the feelings are too powerful, so they block them out. But the thing is, what they don't realize is they're still always there. Maybe I know I shouldn't be doing this, but the Russell Brand book Recovery, maybe buy that for him. It's very, very easily written. It can make him address that he has a problem rather than you actually telling him, because when somebody tells us we have a problem, we don't want to hear, you know. So maybe something like that. Yeah, you know, grief is a very one of my cousins is exactly the same. He still hasn't got over the death of my mother, you know, and it can be quite destructive at times. So, you know, maybe the Recovery book by Russell Brand, it's a fantastic book, and it's kind of the 12-step program, but without 12 steps. Okay, so yeah, Sagittarius, this is saying you need your faith back. Okay, this is what you need. This is where you will heal. There are no obstacles in your way. You need to follow your heart here. The path is safe. The way ahead is clear. You just need to have faith, Sagittarius. Okay, so please reach out. There is help there for you. So right, Sagittarius, who have we got next? Aquarius, yeah, Aquarius, and then Capricorn and Pisces. So there's only 3 left. Yay! Okay. Right, so Aquarius. Wow, I've just got a real strong smell of incense there. Yeah, Nakshampa, my favorite. 4 Tops. Was it the 4 Tops? Said reach out, yeah. Yeah, I don't know the words of it. This is what they do. They play songs to me, and then I don't know all of the words. Right, okay, it should be Capricorn next, shouldn't it? But I've said Aquarius, so I'm going to do Aquarius, and then I'll do Capricorn. Okay, sorry about that. So Capricorn will be after this one. This is Aquarius, okay, just to make sure. You're an inspiration to others and have an amazing personality and really make a difference to so many lives. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Thank you. It's I often doubt that, you know. I do. It's, you know, a lot of, they don't realize, you know, I'm a lot of people don't realize I'm often full of doubts as well. You know, as I say, I'm a Virgo, and I question myself on a daily basis, you know. So thank you. That really does mean a lot. It's sometimes hard to accept as well, you know. So it's this is what I'm working on. I'm working on being able to receive, you know. It's something that I struggle with. Yeah, Jan. I mean, your sister will understand why he's doing that. Your sister. So, be careful. A lot of times when people do go to mediumships or things like that, there's sometimes some showmanship put in it as well. I once went to one, and I lost a child quite far into the pregnancy. It's about 7.5 months pregnant, and I dealt with it in my way. And this guy came to me, and he brought her through, and he was talking and blah 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 and this, and I'm like, yeah, that's it. And he went, oh, you held her? And I said, yeah. I said, no, I didn't. And he said, well, she's saying that you should have, you should have held her. She wanted you to hold her. She wanted you. And I just sat there and I said, no, she's not. I work with spirit. I know how spirit see things, and spirit would not have wanted to say anything to me that would have filled me full of guilt. I mean, if I had not have had my beliefs, I could have then thought, God, I didn't hold my child, and she's annoyed at me, and I should have done it, and that could have sent me into a spiral of depression for years and years and years. So I said, those are your thoughts. They are not spirit. You're tapping into spirit, but that is not what came through with it. So like I say, it's a lot of people can connect to spirit, but they don't learn how to deliver a message. Okay, and this, I feel, delivery is massive within any sort of reading. We have people's lives, and in our hands at times, and its delivery is massively important. And luckily, throughout the teachers I've had within my life, throughout the spiritual teachers, that was one of the main things that was taught, and it is one of the main things I teach when I teach as well. We don't know that person sitting there. We can pick up on what's happening, but we don't know what they could go and do. I lost a very, very dear friend of mine. Had a reading with somebody. He had troubles with alcohol and drugs, and he had a reading with somebody, and he came out and he wouldn't tell anybody what was said. He threw the tape away, and he locked himself in the house, and he stopped drinking, and within a week he was dead, because all of his organs shut down. Now something was said to him. Yes, he needed to stop drinking, but something was said to him that he just thought he had to do it there and then, and that was not cool. So I'm very, very strict on delivery. Okay, so sorry, I've got on a little bit of a rant there, but that is because that he was very, very dear to me. One of my best friends ever. I loved him dearly. Right. Okay. So I hope that makes sense. Thank you. My kindness alone would be enough. Like I say, I always think, this is what I said at the beginning of this reading. If anybody's still there from it, we can always give love, and we can always be kind. That is, and that doesn't mean that we're weak. It actually means we're strong. It takes strength to be gentle and kind. Yeah, he's on his journey, Jan. He's on his journey. You respect that, that this is what we need to do. We know that we can help and save people and everything, but when we're saving them, we're often not helping them to make their own decisions. Yeah, spirit is all about compassion. Spirit is love, So when people go, oh, they're really annoyed and they're this and they're that, and it's like, really, how much of that is you? Right, okay, sorry. Aquarius, this is what we're talking about now. Okay, I keep going off. But it's really nice to connect with you here and have a proper talk rather than just, just going on, just doing the monthlies. So, right, okay, Aquarius, what I'm getting here, I really feel there's like, there's a love energy coming for you, okay? I really feel this is a time of letting yourself free. There's a dancing coming. I'm sorry, my hips are swaying there. I don't know if any of you do 5 rhythms or something. I don't do that. I don't do that myself, but it's almost like this is what is coming through for you. I really feel there's a freedom that needs that needs to come through. You need to get into the flow, okay? You need to get pretty zen. This is what is coming in for you. So I really feel there's quite a spiritual aspect around you, this Aquarius, okay? This Sagittarius moon Aquarius. I feel that, right, okay, this is quite interesting. I feel there's a humbleness needed, okay? We need to, I think you will be this full moon. It's almost like you are going to realize that material things and stuff and things that you have accumulated, okay? It's almost like you're going to be looking at the importance of them and seeing that money can't buy you happiness, okay? Sorry about that. That's what's just come through here. So I feel there's a lot of thinking going on. You may be looking back at what you've spent, where you've overindulged. And I really feel this is a case of you over this full moon period. It's kind of making you look at what is it that you are trying to prove or trying to mask, or what void you are trying to fill by filling it with things, okay? This is what is coming on here. So I really feel there's a lot of thinking going on for you. It's almost like I can hear your brain ticking. And I'm not saying that money, you know, doesn't help. I'm not anti-money, but it's almost like when you put your focus on monetary things or material wealth, and you are constantly chasing that dollar, you know, you are relying on that for your happiness. Now, yes, money can allow you to do a lot more things and buy nice things and buy luxuries and everything. But when you see it as just that is a part of my life, you're not chasing it. Because all of these things, when you are at a point in your life where you are happy without all of these things, then you appreciate them much more when they come in. Okay, so I'm not saying don't have them. I'm saying know that they are not the cause of your happiness, you know, and that if you lost them and you are still secure and happy within yourself, then it doesn't matter. They are just a bonus. Okay, so this is what I feel is coming in massively for you over this full moon period. It's almost like you need to rise above levels. You need to realize how your strength, okay, is hugely valuable to you. You realize how you know you're able to think things through is massively valuable to you. The way that you can nurture and care for people is massively valuable, you know, and then the monetary stuff comes afterwards. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you. It's almost like you're getting a lot of wisdom and knowledge this over this full moon period, Aquarius. Okay, I'm going to pull a spirit card for you. In Primark. God, I was so excited to go back to Primark when I went to England the other day. Yeah, I really wish there was like a sort of fast track shuttle that could take me back. One of my friends was playing a gig yesterday and I really, really wanted to be there. So right, okay, this is for Aquarius. Aquarius. Okay, this is nearly 2 hours. Right, okay, this is it. This is inspiration. This is a beautiful card. And this is saying your love, light, and wisdom touch the hearts and minds of many. You will be instrumental in helping another person change the course of their life. Miracles, inspiration, and healing result. So this is it, you know, if you can help somebody, help them. You know, it's not all about getting all this indulgence. And if you have a lot to give, then give it away, because then this is when it will come back to you. And this is, if you are an inspiration to other people, you know, you can't buy that. You know, you can't buy that. You know, and this is why I think a lot of these pop stars and everything, they're great when they first start out and they're struggling and everything, and then they get everything, and then they're kind of, you know, they change from who they are because their whole lifestyle has changed, and it's almost like, stay humble at all times and be an inspiration. This is it. Inspire people. This is what you're best at. Okay. Once you start to do that, especially if you do this through your work, this is when you will get rewarded monetary. Okay. And then you give it away again and you get it back. Okay. So that is for Aquarius. So, right, okay, so we're on to Capricorn now. Capricorn, right, okay. So, Capricorn, what's this full moon? I'm tired. I was going to record other videos today and I don't think I'm going to be able to. I'm absolutely worn out. Hi, Michelle. A lot of emotion coming through when I'm shuffling for Capricorn there. A lot of emotion. Right, and creativity is coming through. So yeah, this is get them paintbrushes out, Capricorn. Stay humble and kind. Is that another song? Is it, Sheila? Nice to see you too, Michelle. Cappy is crying here. Are you? I felt very emotional. I'm really feeling very emotional. I feel like I want to cry at the moment. I really do. Wow, that's just come on there. Right, okay, Capricorn, this is interesting. Yeah, so I really feel your creativity. There's a lot of love coming through with this, okay? A lot of love. I really feel you need to stay heart-based here. You really need to. You don't give up on your dreams, okay? You don't. You allow things to flow. If you are feeling very emotional, please let it out. I'm almost feeling here you have a blockage, Capricorn, around your heart chakra and around your throat chakra as well. I'm having like this. It's almost like I'm strangling myself. But this is it. It's almost like, let them tears flow because it's almost like then you will get the rainbow after it. This is where there is beauty in letting go with this. I feel there are changes around your security. I think this is what the problem is, okay? Something may have happened that isn't there anymore, that where you're feeling a little bit insecure and we've got change, and things are changing and it's almost like I don't want them to be like that. I want them to stay the same. We had something similar with another sign at the beginning of this. I don't know which sign it was, but it's almost like you need to accept this change and don't see this change as a bad thing because this change could actually be a lot better for you than what you think. I feel you could be a bit of your own worst enemy at the moment as well, Capricorn, okay, during this full moon. It's almost like I don't want you to succumb to any negative emotions, okay, because it's almost like I feel you are going to be triggered in a lot of ways. So it's almost like, old demons may resurface, old things may resurface, old people may resurface who you don't want to have anything to do with. There might be this temptation to go down an old route, which isn't good for you, You may do something that is quite detrimental to you. There could be jealousy around this. There could be overindulgence. It's almost like you are feeling powerless because of this change. It's almost like you're getting swept up on the change, okay? But I feel all you need to do is have your security, okay? You are being challenged. I do feel there will be a challenge, okay, over this full moon for you. But it's almost like rise up to the challenge because there is a prize in the end of it, okay? This moon is working for you, not against you. So please don't try and resist it too much. Whatever's coming up, let it come, okay? And like I say, just don't succumb. Like it's almost like don't succumb to the dark side here. The moon is not here to put you in the dark. It's here to illuminate your way, okay? And it's the full moon and it's a bright moon, so that's it. You are not in the dark. Changes are happening, but it's because they've got to, and they're actually going to be more positive for you in the long run, okay? So if you're getting scared, what they're saying there, if you're getting scared of this moon's energy, focus on the stars. What is it when it's dark? Look for stars. What is that quote? When it's dark, look for stars, they're saying to me. So stars are always signify hope, okay? So it's like I say, don't lose hope. Capricorn, Friday, they're saying to me Friday. I don't know why Friday, it'll all be over after Friday. So I don't know if you're going to feel it quite intensely until Friday, and then Friday it's going to be, there's the relief, okay? There's wishes coming true. So I hope that makes sense, Capricorn. Yeah, good luck, Michelle. Right, okay, so who have we got left? Pisces, last one. Pisces. God, I've done 2 hours and 5 minutes. I like. Right, okay, so Pisces. Right, okay, so this is Pisces for this full moon. What's it going to illuminate for you? Big love to my fishes. I love Pisces. Yeah, my mum used to tell me, Lynette, you always wish on the first star you see. My mum used to tell me that every star in the sky was a wish that had came true, you know, so to always have hope. And I know what stars are, but I still like to go out and I still think of that every time I see them. They're beautiful here, the stars. God, why am I getting so emotional? I feel like I could just collapse in a flood of tears in the moment. Wow, what a melancholy feeling is coming over me at the moment. Yeah, you're still in bits. Yeah, it's Good Night Irene as well. Look at it. What's that? That is what my nana used to sing when she got drunk on a night time. My nana Irene. That was her song. Wow. Right, Pisces. What is going on here? You see the moon energies hit. It's almost like, aha, you thought you got away with it. Yeah. Wow, yeah, my Nana Irene, God, she was lovely. It was funny, we were talking about stars there when you came out there, and I'm just remembering the last things I said to her. When she was lying on her deathbed, and she'd said to me, "You're gentle, Tanya, you know, don't let the world change you." And she said, "I'm tired, I want to go now." And I said, "Where do you want to go, Nana?" And she went, "I don't know, I just want to go." And Peter Pan was always my favorite story. It still is. And I held her hand and I said, "Okay, Nana, you can go." I said, "Second star on the right and straight on till morning." So yeah, lovely memories there. Wow. Right, okay. Pisces, sorry about that, Pisces. We're called Anne. My Nana used to get called Reenie of people as well, you know. Can't remember the last time I went for an interview. It was 120 years. We see James Arthur's input change for the Aquarius, Capricorn, Neptune officially goes into retrograde June the 18th. Pisces, right? Okay, thank you for that intuitive perceptions. Right, so Pisces. I feel okay. This is a moment to moment. There's nothing to be rushed. I really feel you need to stay in the present. I'm almost getting there. You know the Karate Kid when it's like wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off. This is what I feel for you, Pisces, at the moment. It's I need you to get your Zen on. I need you to get your like sort of supreme focus. It's almost like being Bruce Lee here when you're that centered that nothing else is happening, you know. It's feeling like there might be chaos all around you, but it's almost like, you know, it's like you're walking this tightrope, but you were that determined and that solid that you were just, you know, you were focused. This is what you need to do at the moment, okay? There's no rushing to do anything or anything like that. I feel there is a decision that you need to make, okay? But it's almost saying, don't make it yet, okay? Give it 2 weeks, I feel. 2 weeks, they're saying. But there is a situation where you feel trapped in, where you feel it's almost like a bit uncomfortable as well around you. You feel like you can't get out of this. I feel that there is an offer coming for you, okay, but not just yet. So what this is saying here with this full moon is, yes, it's going to be intense, okay? You're going to probably feel more trapped than what you have. It's almost like fight or flight situation here, and you're going to want to run. There's this like itchy feet. It's almost like I need to get out, a feeling of like quite suffocation, okay? Like in a not proper suffocation, but almost like claustrophobic. This is what I'm feeling here, okay? I'm feeling like I'm in limbo. Nothing is happening within my life, or whatever it is, okay? It is, and it is coming, and everything is going to be okay. They're saying to me there, everything is going to be okay. Please don't worry, but take this time during this full moon to, like I say, to actually just rest, to observe whatever is going on, be an observer here. Watch your step as well, okay? Watch your step here, they're saying to me. So it's almost like, don't step over the line. Don't do this yet, okay? This is you. I feel like, when like an animal is preying on something, and they almost lie in wait first, and they survey the situation. They make sure everything is right before they make a move. This is it. It's like softly catch a monkey. That is what is coming through here. There is freedom coming for you, okay? I feel this could be within 1 or 2 weeks. There is something coming that is going to free you from this situation and free you from this torment. But until then, it's kind of lying in wait and knowing, when you recognize that this, I'm saying to you that this full moon is going to make it a little bit more intense. So it's almost like, get yourself ready for that, okay? Whatever it is that chills you out, that stops you reacting, because you don't need to react in this full moon, okay? You need to respond. That's what you need to do. Or you might not need to respond. You might have to put that on a little break as well, but it's almost like there is good things coming for you, okay? But there is no need to fight here, and there's no need to run. It will all just unravel in its perfect time. So please, this feeling of claustrophobia, of wanting to get out or wanting to break away from something, try and hold it off, for at least another 2 weeks, okay? So I hope that makes sense, Pisces. I'm going to pull a spirit card for you and see what we have. Okay. Pre-full moon for days, yeah. Chakra cleanse. Yeah, recognize the order of chaos, Chaos often brings clarity. Yeah, always speak the truth, but don't lash out, okay? This is what we need to do. Somebody will say like, well, I spoke my truth, but you might have spoke your truth in a way that got another person's back up or something like that. So as I was talking about before with with giving readings and clarity and stuff like that, and how you deliver, it's almost like, remember the other person is you. And when you're speaking your truth, always be kind, okay? Some people might say, that dress looks horrible on you. You look so fat on it, blah, blah, blah. And then somebody takes offense and they go, well, I was only telling the truth. But there's a great thing that I use when I'm when I have something to say. And if you use the word think, it's like, is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? And is it kind? And if it's not all of them 5 things, then don't say it. Okay? Because saying that could, you're like, well, I'm only speaking my truth. But the other person is then away. They might have a really bad issue, or something around the way they look. I'm not saying it's all about dresses, but I'm saying, look for that. And remember, you can speak your truth, but make sure you do it with kindness. Make sure you do it with integrity as well, okay? Because like I say, sometimes the speaking the truth can actually, it doesn't need to be said, certain things. I hope that makes sense there. Yeah. Wow, Michelle, a lot going on for you, innit? Yeah, the lashing out isn't, because all it does is gets other people's backs up, and the vibration that you're putting out doing that, Michelle, doesn't work, okay? What you're wanting is to create calm, okay? Be on a calm vibration, you know, and this is what you will get back. If you say something like that or you lash out at somebody else, then, you know, they're going to lash out at you, and then you'll end up offended, and then it's all this big shitstorm of everybody being offended and everybody saying, well, I spoke my truth. But it's, yeah, there's a fantastic book called The Four Agreements. And one of the agreements in that is the power of your word. And it says, speak with truth and integrity. Words are like spells. And once we have said them, you know, we've put that out into the world. So you have to be very, very careful, you know, about what you actually say, how you say it, and the intent behind it. Okay, so don't respond, think. And it's almost like, if somebody says something to you and you feel the need to react, wait a second, think, is that necessary? You know, because if you're standing your truth, you don't need to prove that to anybody else, okay? It's your ego that needs to prove it. So I hope that makes sense there. Right, so what was I saying? It was Pisces, wasn't it? I'm so sorry about that, Pisces. Moment to moment, yeah, this is what you need to do. Get your Zen on. You know, things are changing for you, but not just yet. So it says, remember, the light within your heart is the same as the rays of the sun and the glow of the moon. The same energy that moves the ocean tides also stirs inside your heart. What is it that your heart truly desires? What have you not said to someone that you would like to say? Find and express your truth. So this is what I'm saying here. But like I say, like I've just said there, it's almost like, don't do it just yet. Think about it first, process it first, and then speak your truth. And this is when you will get further, Pisces, okay? So I hope that makes sense. Right. Yeah, you have a long fuse until it bursts. Yeah, but it's, I mean, I'm sorry, Michelle, I'm not, you know, I wasn't, please, I'm not being like nasty by saying that. It's just, you know, this is what happens a lot of times with people, you know, it's not necessarily about you. And, you know, and in Tauruses, yeah, it's because things build up, you know, so then when they come out in this like burst of resentment, you know, and that's not cool. I think there was something in the Taurus reading on this one at the beginning, so when I watch it back, there might be something in there for you. Yeah, I mean, if you know, it putting up boundaries, if people don't like it, then that's their problem. But it's all, again, it's the intent behind the boundaries. It's how you put them boundaries up, you know, and things like that. This is what we need to be careful of. You're getting the chills. The truth never needs to be defended. The truth never does. The minute you get out of your element and lash out, it means that you don't believe your own shares. Yeah. Yeah, you teach others about the four agreements. Yeah, this happens a lot. You know, I see myself sometimes, I'm like, God, what have I've just done a video on that. Sometimes I have to go back and watch my own videos, you know, when I get into my head. This morning, it's a brilliant couple of hours. Yeah, it has. Thank you, Sheila. Shan, thank you for staying here for the full time. And thank you for appreciating that, Michelle. I appreciate you listening. Put on some music. Yeah, I think this is what I'm going to have to do. I don't know if I'm going to put some music on. I'm going to go to the beach or something. I was meant to be doing the monthlies, but like I say, I need a couple of hours. I'm very tense. With some very powerful messages came through after that. Yeah. All right. So is this the first time that you've seen me, Michelle? Oh, welcome. I've been around a while. Oh, thank you for that. Yeah, things have changed over the last couple of months because I've been living away. Oh, so you have seen me before. All right. Okay. Thank you. So, right, that's it. You know, happy full moon tomorrow, everybody, because I won't be on for that. When I made my curry. Nice. Oh, I could do with some of that curry. I think that's what I need to do. I need to eat. That'll help to ground me as well. But yeah, it's been a bit of a roller coaster there this morning, hasn't it? You know, as it always is with Spirit. So, you know, thank you all for watching, and thank you, Spirit, for being there and yeah, sort of, you know, making me think, oh, what, you know, but they're always there. It's funny. But yeah, you know, this has been lovely. I really enjoyed doing these ones, you know, and it's like I say, it's a good time to do them round about the moon's energy, you know. So I hope that has made sense for some of you. Please let me know if it did. If anybody would like a personal reading with me, the link is below. Just click on that, you know, and you can go to my availability. And I think everybody wants curry now. Yeah, you watch Tyler. I do, you know, I was thinking about this morning when I woke up, I really need to reach out to Tyler. You know, I've just been so busy and he's been so busy, and we really need to catch up again, you know. But yeah, I love, so if you're watching, Tyler, or if anybody tells you, I'm sending you a big massive kiss and a big huge love. A huge love hug and love. That's what I'm sending you. Okay, so right, I'm gonna go now because I'm sure there's a cigarette with my name on it. Okay, thank you for being there, and I hope, please let me know if these messages resonate over the full moon period for you. Okay, sat now.